Hello guys, once again welcome back to another Android application development tutorial. In this video here I am going to demonstrate how to place an app bar or a toolbar for your Android application. We can start with a new Android Studio project. Here I name it as app bar example. Select empty activity and click finish. So now here the project is created. So before going to proceed, here I will show you an example of app bar or a toolbar. So this is a simple example of app bar. So now go back to our Android Studio project. Now open the layout. So here, as you can see here, there is already an application bar available. So why we need to use an app bar or a toolbar? So this is an example of application bar. Both are almost the same. But the thing is that this is not an app bar. This is actually an action bar. So the default theme of every Android Studio project contains a native action bar. The action bar is deprecated now. So instead of action bar, we have to use a toolbar. So the first step, we have to remove the default action bar from this application. That means we have to modify the current theme of this application. For that, open a resource folder, go to values folder, open styles.xml. So here I am going to make a simple change. This is the current theme parent. So here I am going to make a simple change. Instead of the dark action bar, here I am going to use this one, no action bar. So this will simply remove the native action bar from this application. Now go back to the layout, and here you can see the default action bar is now gone. So instead of action bar, here we are going to place a toolbar. The recommended way to place an application bar is to use the support library version of toolbar. So here I am going to show you how to set a support library version of toolbar as the default action bar for an activity. So in this project we have only one activity, that is the main activity. So here I am going to place the support library version of toolbar as the default action bar for this activity. So the first thing, we have to create a separate layout for the toolbar. So open the layout folder, right click the layout folder and create a new layout resource file. Here I name it as toolbar layout. Now here I change the root element into toolbar. So here you have two options. First one is the framework version of toolbar, and second one is the support library version of toolbar. So you have to use the support library version of toolbar and click OK. So now here the toolbar is created. Now go to the XML version. So here the layout width is much parent, layout height is much parent. I'm going to modify the layout height into action bar size. So now the action bar is available here. Now we have to set a background color for the action bar. Sorry, it is not action bar, it is toolbar. Now we need to set a background color for the toolbar. So the recommended material color for the toolbar is the primary color, the color primary. So now I'm going to set the background color. So background set into color primary. So now we can set the theme for the action bar, sorry, toolbar. So Android theme. So here I am going to use this theme overlay.appcompact.dark action bar. So if I select the appcompact.dark action bar, it will display the font, it will display the text on the toolbar in white font, otherwise it will be dark. So here I use this theme app_combat.dark action bar. So now we can set a pop-up theme. For that, here I need one more XML namespace. So here I change the XML namespace name into app. Here also make some modification. It is resource auto. Okay, so by using that newly created XML namespace, here I am going to specify the pop-up theme. I'm going to use the pop-up theme as themeoverlay.appcombat.light. Okay, finally we need an ID for the toolbar. So specify an ID for it. Here I name it as toolbar. Okay, so now the action bar is ready. The toolbar is ready. Now we can place the toolbar for the activity. That means we have to place this toolbar inside our activity. So go back to activity main.xml, go to the XML version. So here the current root element is a constrained layout. So now I change the root element into a linear layout. This is for my convenience. You can use a linear layout, relative layout, or you can use the constraint layout itself. So now I need to specify the orientation for this layout. Orientation is vertical. Okay, so there is a text view is available, no need of that one. So now here I'm going to place the toolbar into this layout. For that you can simply use the XML element called include. So here we need to include a layout, the layout that contain the toolbar. So now specify the layout. So our layout file name is toolbar layout, and close that element. Okay, so here we successfully placed the toolbar into the activity layout file. So now we can check it out. So now I open one of the virtual device. Now here the virtual device is ready. So now I'm going to run the project. So run the project. Okay, now the application available on this virtual device, and here you can see that particular toolbar is now available on this activity. So here we successfully placed the toolbar on this activity, but still that toolbar is not the default action bar for this activity. So if the toolbar is the default action bar for this activity, the toolbar must display the activity name. So here there is no activity name because it is just a toolbar and it is not the default action bar for the particular activity. So if you want to make a toolbar as the default action bar for an activity, first thing you have to make sure that your activity extends app_combat activity. So here we have only one activity, main activity. We already placed the toolbar on the layout of main activity, but still that toolbar is not the default action bar for that activity. So if you want to make a toolbar into a default action bar, first thing you have to make sure that your activity must extend app_combat activity. Now the second step, you have to create a handler for the toolbar. So here I'm going to create a handler for the toolbar, and here you have to make sure that you select the support library version of toolbar. Now I'm going to initialize the handler. So toolbar find view by id r.id, it is toolbar. So now the toolbar handler is ready. Now here I am going to change the toolbar into the default action bar for this activity. For that you have to call a method called the set support action bar, and you have to pass the toolbar object. Here it is toolbar. So now the toolbar is the default action bar for this activity. So we can check it again. Now run the project again, and now here we have the toolbar, and the toolbar display the activity name. That means now this toolbar is the default action bar for this activity. This is how we place an application bar or a toolbar for an activity in your Android application. I hope you understand the concepts. For getting more Android tutorial updates, please subscribe this channel now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.